So welcome to the power system laboratory. Today we are going to perform the experiment on the short circuit studies, and the title of the experiment is the study of symmetrical fault. Now basically when we classify the faults are classified into the two basic categories. The first category is the symmetrical fault and second category is the unsymmetrical fault. So symmetrical fault, the name suggests it's symmetrical in nature. So you must have studied the symmetrical components and unsymmetrical components in a theory. So what happens? Symmetrical fault in a three-phase system, it is related to the three-phase short circuit. So all the phases are short circuited. Now when all the phases are short circuited, as it is a symmetrical fault, all the voltages are in a balanced condition. Okay, but if we compare this symmetrical fault with the unsymmetrical fault, that is line to ground fault or double line fault or double line to ground fault, we'll clearly understand that the voltages after the fault in a symmetrical fault condition are symmetrical. That means the voltages, that is the phase voltage and line voltages, are equal in nature. But in unsymmetrical fault, those line voltages and phase voltages are different, because in an unsymmetrical fault only one of the phase and neutral or one or two of the phases of the system are involved. So in symmetrical fault all the three phases are involved. Due to that, there is a symmetry in a voltage after the short circuit. So for this we have the lab experimental setup. Now this is the DC shunt motor coupled with the three-phase synchronous alternator. Before performing the practical, always read the nameplate of the machine, because this will help us to perform the practical properly. Now you can see the DC shunt motor is the prime mover. It's a 5 HP DC shunt motor. Rated voltage is 220 volt. Its current, full load current, is 19 ampere. Its rated speed is 1500 rpm. It's continuous rated machine, and you can see the I think the current is not given on this paper. The current is given on the actual nameplate of the machine. Synchronous alternator, the rating is 3 kVA, rated voltage is 400 volt, and the current is 4.3 ampere. So always remember that this is an experimental setup, this is a lab setup, and this lab setup is without sophisticated protection equipment, that is relay and contactor arrangement. We have only the fuses, and we are going to perform the three-phase short circuit on the alternator. So when we are going to create a three-phase short circuit on the alternator, we are actually intentionally creating that short circuit on the alternator. So when we are intentionally creating the short circuit on the alternator, we must note that what is the full load current of the alternator. So full load current or the rated current of the alternator is 4.3 ampere. So one should note that in any event during performing the practical, the current should not exceed this value, that is the 4.3 ampere. If the current exceeds the 4.3 ampere value, then it may lead to the serious problem in a synchronous alternator, that if you allow the 4.3 ampere or more than that current to pass through the windings of the machine, then machine will eventually fail due to the insulation failure. And this is a digital multimeter which we are going to use to record the phase voltages and line voltages. And this is the excitation unit. And again, one must note that before switching on the excitation or before applying the excitation to the alternator, one must check that this knob should be in off condition, and this this knob should be in a zero position. Okay, otherwise if this knob is in some certain position, and if you directly switch on the excitation, your alternator will take large current, and this may again lead to the blowout of the fuse or tripping of the MCB connected to the equipment. Okay, so we'll perform the practical. Practical is very simple. The procedure, let me discuss the procedure first. First, run the DC shunt motor and adjust the speed of the DC shunt motor close to its rated speed, that is 1500 rpm. So with the help of this rheostat, we'll adjust the speed of the DC shunt motor and we'll try to match the speed close to the 1500 rpm. Once the prime mover is running the synchronous alternator very close to the rated speed, after that we'll switch on the excitation unit and we'll adjust the excitation in such a way that the current flowing through the three phases, it's not more than 4.3 ampere. So for that we'll have one ammeter in one of the phases. Okay, so one must again note that before when you will switch on this excitation, you adjust the excitation in such a way that in any at any point of time the current should not exceed the rated value of the current, that is 4.3 ampere. Okay, so we'll have a very close look on this ammeter while supplying the excitation to the alternator. So let's perform the practical. First switch on the supply. Then start the DC shunt motor. Okay, so you can see now the DC shunt motor is running and it is taking a current of 2 ampere and the voltage is 200 volt. Now check the speed of the motor. The speed is less than the rated speed, so now we will control the rheostat connected in the field winding and will increase the resistance in the field winding. Okay, after making some change in the resistance connected in the field winding, again check the RPM of the motor. Again we have to slightly increase the resistance in the field winding so that the prime mover can run at a rated speed. Okay, so now you can see the speed is close to the rated speed of the motor. It is close to 1500 rpm. Okay, now we are going to switch on this excitation. Now before that, always ensure that the knob is in 0 position. Okay, now switch on the excitation and adjust the excitation in such a way that this current should not exceed the rated ampere rating of the alternator, and the rated current is 4.3 ampere. So slowly, gradually I am increasing the excitation and keeping a very close watch on the ammeter. As you can see, the current is increasing. Now the current is 3.6 ampere. Now the current magnitude is 4.2, 4.3 ampere. Okay, now the alternator is running at a rated condition, means if you check the voltage, you will not get the voltage because the three phases are short circuited. So for measuring the voltage, we'll use this voltmeter, digital voltmeter. Now our observation table requires these following things. See, the RPM is 1450 RPM. Now for the DC shunt motor, I have the first set of reading. The voltage is approximately 200 volt. The motor, DC shunt motor, is taking the current of 3 ampere. Now we have to take the readings on the alternator side. So the first reading is the voltage between R phase and Y phase. Second reading is for voltage between Y phase and B phase. Third is for voltage between B and R phase. And after that we'll record the voltages between the phase and neutral. So R to neutral, Y to neutral, B to neutral. Okay. Okay, so first we will record the line to line voltages. So the first reading is for R to Y. As you can see, all the three phases are short circuited, so there is no voltage between R to Y. Similarly, there will not be any voltage between B and Y, and there will not be any voltage between B and R. Okay, you can see the voltage is approximately 0. Okay, slightly 0.6 volt something it is given, but ideally the voltage between any two phases is 0 because the two phases are, because all the three phases are short circuited, and when you will measure the voltage between the two phases, you will get the 0 reading. Now we'll record the voltage between R and neutral point. Okay, this is the neutral point of the synchronous alternator. So you can see now we'll get the voltage. The voltage between R and neutral is 25 volt. Similarly, we'll record the voltage between Y and neutral, and again it is 25 volt, and the voltage between B and neutral point, it is 25 volt. So we are getting the same voltages, means the voltage between R and Y, Y and B and R is 0 because these three phases are short circuited, and we know that during the short circuit condition the voltage is ideally 0. Now, but we are getting the voltage between R and neutral, Y and neutral, B and neutral. So the equal voltages we are getting because this fault is a symmetrical fault. And one more thing about the symmetrical fault, that when you will study the short circuit study in a power system, this three-phase symmetrical short circuit is treated as a most dangerous fault for the power system. Okay, there are other faults also, but from the theoretical point of view or from the basic understanding point of view, the three-phase symmetrical short circuit is the most hazardous type of fault for the power system. So with this, we'll stop here.